What's up? It's your boy Kevin to turn on this motherfucking YouTube shit. Wow, what the fuck?
What's up? It's your boy Kevin to turn on YouTube shit. Hey man, say man, we are lit, eh? Turn. Today, motherfucking day. Drinking outside, big crip in the gang showing outside shit, man. Free Palestine, free Congo, Russia do your thing, and Texas stand the fuck up. Each day is a new day to be a better version of yourself. Never let somebody breathe down, always right back. Never let somebody tell you who you are. Also, never put yourself in a position you don't belong. Stay humble. Let's get on this revolution. Keep Yahweh first. And hey, come to as a black Hebrew Israelite, as a real Jew. Let's get into it. All right. Boom. Today, motherfucking day, showing outside, big crip in the gang showing outside shit, man. Alright, gang, straight in it. So y'all know last time we was talking about Blueface. Blueface, baby. He was going here having some issues in the pokey, man. Hopefully he got the issues straightened the fuck out. Chrisean Rocc, baby daddy / boyfriend, allegedly. We don't know if it's true or not. But he got smoked out here in LA. Got popped out. I heard that in 11 they said he was false claiming. But this is the real issue of the meat and potatoes in this bitch. Did Chrisean Rocc set that nigga up? You know what I'm saying? Then this is me. I don't trust not a damn woman. She can be 13, 14, 15, 16, 35, 55. She can be 80. She can be 100 in this bitch. I don't trust it. You know what I'm saying? Because they will set you up and they'll cry in your face and don't even mean it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they say that's your baby or some shit. Bruh, if your gut feelings tell you leave that bitch alone and you not in the position to do what you think you can do, leave that bitch alone. Start over it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not worth losing your life for some whack pussy. Well, I'm not even saying whack because obviously it wasn't that whack. He crashed out over it. But over some pussy and some bitch with some nice titties and look kind of good. It's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth it. It's plenty of fishes out in the sea. I'm just letting you know right now. If she sets you up once, she'll do it again. But if she sets you up the first time and you don't make it, the other niggas gotta learn from their mistake, man. It's sad to say it, but this shit is getting crazy. They trying to say her Blueface mom is allegedly accusing Chrisean Rocc of setting him up. Hey, I don't know. I'm just going off what's going on around the internet. Let's get into it. Shout out to Star Hush. Do y'all think Chrisean Rocc plotted her ex murder?
Reason why other passengers that you have in your car come to their untimely death, you would rethink what you're saying. People oftentimes take their life for granted. They take their freedom and their liberties for granted.
Bruh, ain't no damn way.
So you mean to tell me Chrisean's ex-boyfriend passed away? Is this raising flags for anybody else? Because
that's wild in the bitch. It raised hella flags for me.
Was it the allegations? Was he talking too much? I don't know. It just felt like a setup. Like, is that really his baby?
Welcome back to Star Hush, where the drama never stops. And today's theme is scorching. Because Blueface's mom, Klarissa, just took things to a whole new level with some disturbing accusations against Chrisean. She's now suggesting that Chrisean was involved in the tragic passing of her ex-boyfriend, Ronnie. Yes, you heard that right. Now, we already know Klarissa and Chrisean do not get along. They've been at odds for a while, throwing shade, insults, and accusations. But this is a whole different level of serious. So, let's talk about Ronnie. In the past few months, he's been making headlines because he claimed that Chrisean's son, Chrisean Jr., might actually
he was going all online saying that.
He swore he had evidence to back it up and was even in the process of securing a court-ordered DNA test to prove paternity.
The girl right here, Junior right here.
You chill out. Weird as me at the moment.
Weird as
What's wrong?
You weird.
Damn, bro, what the fuck?
That's my fucking son. That's my fucking son. What you want to do?
Excuse me.
What do you want to do?
I'm calling the car.
I don't give a call him. Nobody touch you.
Go to the car.
Call him.
Go.
Yeah.
Go. I'm calling the car. I swear this go to the car.
You ran behind them. I'm trying to holler at you like a dog. You police. You a
Hey, time to go. Time to go. Let's go this way. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. I need you out the.
Damn.
Okay.
Let's go this way.
I deserve to have that proven to me through what? A DNA test. If Junior is not my son, the DNA test will prove that. Right or wrong? Right. Any father on here, any real man, stand-up man, that potentially has the privilege of being a father would want to make things right and would want to know if that's his child. Yeah. Around that time,
Damn.
Chrisean was back and forth from what? LA to Baltimore. LA to Baltimore. Y'all know that. Every single last one of y'all know that. She told y'all out her own mouth. I'm not here to expose nobody. I'm not going to sit here and tell y'all, oh, why is Tashiki and Sean not cool? I'm not going to tell y'all that. I'm not going to tell y'all that. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I want to know if Junior is my...
But before he could move forward with it, he was tragically taken out, right in front of his house. And the moment that news broke, Klarissa wasted no time jumping in. She immediately started pushing a narrative that Chrisean allegedly had something to do with it, insinuating that she might have set it up to keep her secret buried. Now let's be real, this is some heavy
what do you
stuff.
think?
And Klarissa, she has a history of inserting herself into drama, especially when it comes to her son's messy relationships. It's like she just can't help but get involved, even when the situation has nothing to do with her. But this isn't just another social media spat. This is an actual crime being linked to Chrisean's name. And to make things even messier, Klaryssa's other ongoing beef with Blueface's other baby mama, Jardine Alexis, is still just as toxic. One thing is clear, this entire situation is a chaotic storm of accusations, secrets, and family drama that just won't quit. Now, let's be real. At this point, fans are starting to question if Klarissa and Blueface even like each other. Because the way they constantly drag each other online, take shots, and air out the family business in public, it's giving dysfunctional at best. People can't figure out if this is just some toxic family dynamic, or if they genuinely have some deep-rooted resentment toward each other. Take, for example, the time Blueface proposed to Jardine Alexis. Klarissa decided to be petty and completely clowned him for it, saying, "Did this ninja propose to the maid? Oh well, it's October now. Tell the people you married the maid, just in case you go to prison." Yikes. And Blueface? He was not about to let that slide. He snapped back at his own mother, saying, "Post your ring, and I'm gonna post mine. You want to compare booties, Klarissa? Yeah, let's compare rings. Let's see what kind of ring that old booty got. And then what kind of ring that new booty got. My wife can always win." But he didn't stop there. Blueface went all in on Klaryssa's past relationships, completely dragging her, saying, "Klarissa married a bum. After all them dudes she ran through, she settled for that little ring. My wife, she had one dude her whole life." Then he really turned up the heat, saying, "My mother is an expletive. Been married 3 times, 3 kids by 3 different men, and never married any of them. Only messing with random men with money so she could divorce them and take what they got. And now, at the end of it all, she's sleeping next to a bum every night. Sad story for real. I could never respect her as a woman."
He was going crazy on his
And
mama.
if that wasn't bad enough, he even took shots at a ring, saying, "My mom's ring is 1 carat with 5 little stones around it. I ain't even gonna tell y'all Jadine's ring details. It's gonna be embarrassing for real. The comparison is evident." And then,
It's
he
loud
really
as
laid
fucking
into
Trynna.
her saying, if you got more than one baby daddy as a woman, you are expletive. It's that simple. Life is like a box of these. Pick one and go. Now, let's pause for a second, because at this point, you really have to wonder, does Klarissa even like her own son? Because the level of pettiness,
I don't even know
disrespect,
at this
and
point.
public humiliation between them, it's just not normal. What kind of mother-son duo behaves like this on social media for the whole world to see? Now, if this situation wasn't already messy enough, throwing Chrisean into the mix just takes it to a whole new level of chaos. And listen, I'm not even trying to be shady here, but let's be real for a second. From the moment Chrisean announced she was pregnant, we all knew this was about to be a hot mess. I mean, come on. Blueface and Chrisean were already the definition of pure, unfiltered dysfunction. Nothing about their relationship ever screamed stability, love, or peace. They lived off of chaos, trauma, and toxicity. So adding a baby into that mix, it was a disaster just waiting to happen. And just like clockwork, Blueface wasted no time acting up. He didn't just question the paternity, he outright denied the baby was his from the jump. But the wildest part? He went so far as to accuse Chrisean of trying to pass off another man's child as his own. At that point, watching their back and forth was like witnessing a train wreck in slow motion. Their constant public drama had people shaking their heads because it was the same toxic energy they've been serving this whole time. Except now, the stakes were even higher. And the more they aired out their business for the world to see, the messier everything became. At one point, it got so confusing that nobody even knew what to believe anymore. But one thing was very clear. This situation was never going to be calm or stable. And just to drive the point home, Blueface hopped on Twitter and posted, "To answer y'all's question, yes, me and Rocc are officially done. It's strictly business. I tried it, and clearly it wasn't giving." Before she announced she's pregnant with somebody else's child, not mine. And then, he made an even wilder claim saying, Rocc has had encounters with 10 different men in the last year until I see a DNA test and it says otherwise. That is not a Blueface baby.
I just say, just give him what he asked for so she could get rid of him. That's what I would do. I would give him that test that day and the results too. Now, he gone. Because just imagine, if she give him that test, she don't never have to talk to him again.
That's a fact, though. You know what I'm saying? But originally, we didn't even give a fuck. I'm like, nigga, I don't give a fuck.
Y'all don't hear me saying nothing. How bad I wish I could, honey. I don't say nothing.
You know what I'm saying? If that's not my kid, I'm not claiming that motherfucker. I ain't gonna care.
Blueface didn't even hesitate when it came to denying that baby. From the very second the news dropped, he was adamant. There was zero doubt, hesitation, or uncertainty in his tone. He shut that whole idea down immediately. And instead of even entertaining the possibility, he demanded that Chrisean take a DNA test ASAP so they could clear up the rumors once and for all. Of course, because this is Blueface and Chrisean we're talking about, the situation quickly spiraled into a messy back and forth. Both of them had their own emotions, baggage, and personal grudges tied up in this. But eventually, Chrisean agreed to the test. And when the results finally came back, it was confirmed. Blueface was the father.
Says the alleged father is not excluded as the biological father of the fetus.
Let me get the father.
Hell no. He said it was fake.
Babe, that's me, you're the father.
He said it was fake.
Oh, it's not excluded.
You're the father.
Now, if anyone thought that finding out he was the father would make Blueface step up, be accountable, or even show a shred of remorse, think again. Because instead of taking this moment to mature and take responsibility, his behavior only got worse. It didn't soften him at all. If anything, it made him even more aggressive. Instead of accepting reality, he turned the pressure up on Chrisean, trying to convince her to get rid of the baby. And he wasn't even trying to sugarcoat his intentions. He straight up told her, I'm gonna be a cheater forever. I'm not even gonna hide it for real. You don't wanna be stuck at home with a baby while I'm out here with the next young chick. A baby will make us stuck, and you don't wanna be stuck with somebody like me, considering how I already feel about you. Wow. Not only was he blatantly disrespectful, but he was literally telling her she'd be trapped in a miserable situation if she had his child. And if that wasn't bad enough,
baby mama with her.
he didn't just pressure her, he tried to force her into ending the pregnancy. But Chrisean stood her ground. She refused to go along with what he wanted. And that's when Blueface really lost it. Instead of handling things privately, he ran straight to social media and went on a full-blown rant. He didn't just deny the baby. He straight up declared that he wanted nothing to do with it. He made it loud and clear that he had zero plans to step up, zero interest in co-parenting, and absolutely no intention of paying child support. At that point, it was crystal clear. He wasn't just an absent father. He was actively rejecting his own child. And the craziest part, he didn't care who saw it. He made it public, messy, and as cruel as possible. This wasn't just about his issues with Chrisean anymore. He was making sure the whole world knew that he wanted nothing to do with his own kid. At this point, it was like Blueface wanted the entire world to know that he was completely washing his hands of the situation. He even went as far as tweeting, "Whoever the judge is on my child support case, I told this girl I don't want the baby. She still got time to get rid of it, and she forcing it on me. So you better make the price right.
Damn,
She's trying to trap me. Don't let her get you. She still got time to end all this." Wow. It wasn't enough for him to tell Chrisean privately. He needed to let the whole world know he wanted out. Throughout her entire pregnancy, he made it painfully clear that he had no desire to be a part of her life or their babies. And he wasn't just telling her, he was making sure everyone knew. Anytime he got the chance, he would double down on his stance, reminding the public, reminding Chrisean, and even reminding himself that he had no interest in stepping up. From the moment she announced her pregnancy, he stood firm in trying to convince her to terminate it. No emotional support, no willingness to take responsibility, nothing. His attitude was cold, distant, and unapologetic. He made it crystal clear. He had no plans to step up as a father. But here's the wild part. Chrisean still kept pushing. She held on to hope, believing that if she could just convince him and the public that he was the father,
but if it's not his shit,
come around.
The fuck?
She kept posting about how she wanted them to be a family, even when he was showing no interest in
I don't know, man. You know, he still let her stay out the crib. They be having phone sex in jail.
Blueface completely changed his tune. Then, out of nowhere,
That's
Blueface
crazy.
completely switched up. Suddenly, he was acting like a concerned, protective father, talking about how he wanted full custody of the baby. But when things didn't go his way, it was like a switch flipped in his mind. 1 minute, he was denying the baby even existed. The next, he was trying to play Father of the Year.
Fuck
But
no,
the real
baby, I'm
shock,
gone.
Chrisean made a power move. She left Blueface's name off the birth certificate entirely. Not only that, she didn't even give the baby his last name. Instead of naming him Blueface Jr. or giving him any connection to his father, she named him after herself, Chrisean Malone Jr. Now that was a statement, and here's what made it even messier. Throughout her entire pregnancy, Chrisean was the main one pushing the narrative that this was Blueface's child. She did everything in her power to convince him and the world.
Nigga, I would have been done left. What they talking about,
So for her to make such a public and official move
Ain't
like
no
this,
way.
it had people confused. It didn't make sense to a
But I
lot
don't
of
think he
people.
want to get his bitch
Why
piped
spend
out by
months
other
trying to
rappers
force
and shit,
Blueface
so.
into accepting the baby, only to leave him off the birth certificate? Well, Chrisean later explained that by the time she actually gave birth, she and Blueface had broken up. And honestly, that likely played a huge role in her decision to keep his name off. But then, just a week after she gave birth, something even wilder happened. It seemed like she and Blueface had somehow worked things out. Suddenly, they were back on solid ground. Everything was looking smooth, and they were acting like a happy couple again. Blueface even flew out to Baltimore to see Chrisean and the baby, and the pictures they posted told a completely different story. They looked like a reunited, happy little family. He was spending time bonding with the baby, holding him like a proud father.
Ain't no damn way. The bitch said that kid ain't mine, or
at that point,
I know that kid ain't mine. Ain't no damn way.
To update the birth certificate. They were back together. Things were improving, and he was actually present in the child's life. But did she? Nope. And that decision only made things even more confusing. At this point, this could have been the moment where everything got solidified. Chrisean had the chance to make things official, confirm the baby's paternity, and put everything to rest. But she didn't. And that raised a lot of eyebrows. If she and Blueface were truly back on good terms, fans expected her to take that final step, add his name to the birth certificate, and call it a day. But she chose not to. And that didn't make sense to a lot of people. Why go through all the drama of proving he was the father, only to stop short of officially acknowledging him? It just didn't add up. And of course, in classic Blueface fashion, he immediately turned this into another mess. Chrisean accused him of trying to get back at her for not giving the baby his last name. She felt like he was using the child as a way to punish her for that decision.
You can stay where the fuck
say,
you is. Ain't no way.
Because
Why
he's
y'all
not a
be
Jonathan
fucking
Jr.,
retarded?
but he's a Chrisean Jr. Tell them how you just want to take my kid because I named him after me. I'm stuck with manipulating a manipulator. You think I'm slow or dumb? And please, Blue, be more concerned about your own probation than trying to take my baby from me as leverage. I have documentation, Jonathan Porter. Now, at this point, people were really confused. If she had already agreed to a DNA test while pregnant, why not just go ahead and add his name to the birth certificate? It seemed like the logical next step,
bitch.
but clearly, there was more to this story than what we were seeing. And that's when the real speculation started. People began wondering if Chrisean had tampered with the DNA test results altogether, because that would explain why she was so reluctant.
That's what I heard.
Official. And then, this is when Chrisean's ex, Ronnie, came into the picture, and things got even messier. Ronnie came forward claiming that he was actually the father. He even posted side-by-side pictures of himself and the baby, trying to prove just how much they looked alike. And with that, he made a bold statement. You are not the father, Blueface. Ooh. And then, Chrisean fueled the fire even more because she actually liked the post that suggested Ronnie was the real baby daddy. But Ronnie didn't stop there. He went on to post a video confirming that he and Chrisean had been intimate right around the time she got pregnant with Chrisean Jr.
Gotta put on our big girl panties and realize we slept with a dude that already had a ready-made family, and he can't come over here and play like this, because that would destroy his foundation over there. So he can't come over here and play house with this baby.
And that's when Blueface.
One thing I did not know was she was half white. That's crazy. Her dad is white.
And he went off on Twitter. He tweeted, I knew there was something off. I don't think that's my baby. That DNA test was a little weird when I read it. Seemed fake. I had no control over that test. Plus, why would you have a baby in Baltimore when you and the alleged father both live in LA? And the guy claiming the baby lived in Baltimore? Then, he took it even further. He started questioning the baby's looks. I think they look a lot alike, way more than me.
But the crazy thing is, her and her ex-boyfriend look just like Blueface almost, a little bit.
I got one baby mama and two
kids
until further notice. I'm free. Best news I got all year. I'm free. It was like he was celebrating his way out of fatherhood.
Facts,
and then
nigga.
He connected the dots, realizing that when Chrisean first handed him the DNA results, the envelope had already been opened. I ain't even think about that. The paper was folded up and beat up.
Look at that. That's an ex. They always look alike.
But here's where things took an even wilder turn. Blueface then revealed that he had already done a secret DNA
She was going on dates and shit with her.
Back. And guess what? It came back negative.
Damn.
Saying, tell me why I snuck and swabbed the baby. DNA test results came in and I'm not the father. And then he called it a bittersweet feeling. I was actually coming around to it, but this is definitely in my best interest. Thank you, Jesus. At this point, all signs were pointing to Ronnie as the real father, especially with everything that had been unfolding over the past few weeks. He had been pushing hard for another DNA test, raising a lot of eyebrows about what was really going on behind the scenes. And then, the rumors started swirling about the baby's health. Some people started claiming that Chrisean had been refusing medical help for the baby because she didn't want the truth to come out. Now that was a bombshell. It made it seem like there was so much more to this story than we knew. And let's be real, it was already messy enough.
Yiddies out.
But then, the entire situation turned. Reports came out that Ronnie had been shot right outside his house. Despite efforts to save him, he didn't make it to the hospital. He was gone. And just like that, the man who had been demanding the truth was no longer here to speak. And the most heartbreaking part, he was only 24 years old. He had so much life ahead of him, but now his passing was shrouded in mystery. And before anyone could even process what had happened, conspiracy theories started flying. Some people started claiming that Ronnie had been targeted, right as he was getting closer to exposing Chrisean. The theory? That he was about to reveal the truth, that Chrisean had allegedly been hiding something huge about the baby. And then, Blueface's mom, Klarissa, jumped into the mix. And she went there. She straight up started hinting that Chrisean might have been behind it. Now we already know Klarissa does not like Chrisean. She has spent months putting her on blast, even criticizing her for having a baby with Blueface in the first place.
I got concrete evidence right here for y'all. All I want y'all to do is hold people accountable so that Chrisean Jesus Porter can have the life that he deserves and the father that he deserves. All I'm saying is I think that what happened.
Damn!
Blue told her to go get an abortion. In the process of her going to abort his baby, she got pregnant with mine. And that's why she's scared to do a DNA test. Rock's mic.
Yeah, if it really wasn't an issue, she would just go ahead and do the test. Like,
I want to make sure that Chrisean, Eugenia, Malone hears me loud and clear. Make this easier for me and make this easier for yourself by doing the right thing.
This is insane.
Postpartum right now. You may be going through the mental baggage of being a mother and not having a good role model of a mother. You need someone that will hold you accountable and that will help Junior get the proper care that he needs.
Man, I wish I had the whole thing, because if I could record all this shit that's going on, this is wild.
Now, we already know Klarissa has never been one to keep quiet, but lately, she's been dragging Chrisean for filth, and she's not holding back at all. Over the past few days, she's been making some serious claims.
But if we can't record all of it, we can talk about this shit
Jr. by drinking
on the next videos, man.
And not just that, she's also saying that Chrisean has been neglecting the baby, allegedly refusing to take him to his doctor's appointments. Ooh, that is a huge accusation. And Klarissa, she's airing it all out like it's nothing. Posting back to back about it, calling out Chrisean publicly. It's clear that she is really trying to get under Chrisean's skin.
Mentally, I'm suffering from what I see too. So I'm reacting, I'm angry, I'm hurt, I'm a lot of things too. But I'm not reaching out to all you that was standing there while the baby was being made and did fucking nothing. You did nothing. You watched her.
That's fucked up.
You watched her.
But at the same time, when y'all both don't want the kid, shit, why the fuck had a kid in the first place?
Money, I snatched her up and took her to home and made sure she at least got the mental help and counseling that she needed during her pregnancy so that she wouldn't have to regret it for the rest of her life. So yes, we're all angry, but don't point the finger at me. Because I ain't never smoked no fucking weed, drunk no fucking liquor. I ain't never did nothing while I was pregnant. I took my vitamins every fucking day, even though they made me nauseous. And then I went in and I never missed a doctor's appointment.
Well, after Ronnie's passing, Klarissa wrote.
And then, after all the chaos, all the drama, and all the accusations, Klarissa took a moment to reflect. She posted a message that caught a lot of people off guard. She wrote, "I'm at a loss for words. I never thought I'd say this, but I'm grateful to God that my son is in jail. Nowhere near any of this. Never put blame on anyone until they're proven guilty, because the Lord said not to bear false witness. Instead, pray about it. Pray about everything, regardless of what your mind is telling you. God is able. Lord God, please help us all." And just like that, Klarissa went from dragging Chrisean to preaching about patience and faith. But the timing? Yeah, people were not buying it. Some felt like she was backpedaling, trying to clean up the mess after making bold accusations. Others thought she was throwing shade in a sneaky way, still implying that Chrisean was involved without saying it directly. But one thing's for sure, this story is not over. So what do you think? Do you believe that Chrisean might be hiding something, or is Klarissa just stirring the pot?
It's a little shady around this bitch.
In the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out.
Shout out to Turner's TV Nation too.
This video, I appreciate it. Now let's get into it. So Ronnie in the blue messages, allegedly, he wrote, "Chrisean, you know Junior is my son. Why you out here not keeping it real?" Chrisean Rocc replied, "He's not your son. Me and Blue did a DNA test already. We wasn't messing around at that time. I got pregnant." Now, then Ronnie claps back and say, "You know what we was doing? All the things we planned, I just feel Junior is my son." Then Chrisean Rocc says, "He's not your son, and I'm not supposed
trying to get clapped, got clapped out.
My son isn't yours. It isn't your son." And then Ronnie says, "You need to tell the world the truth that Junior is my son." Now, as y'all guys can see, you know, this is what information that was sent to me about Ronnie and Chrisean Rocc. One of their text messages they had going on maybe a week before his incident or whatever the situation might be. Now, y'all guys more than welcome to hop in that comment section and tell me how y'all guys feel about this, though.
It's weird.
Make sure you guys pull up a seat.
You texting him?
Your feet up. We about to talk.
And y'all
now,
cool?
As y'all guys can see, Ronnie really felt in his heart that Chrisean Jesus Porter, which is aka Chrisean Jr., that we know him as, that he was the father, though. He really
did feel like that. I ain't gonna care.
Sometimes you can feel something in your spirit, though, man, when you know something ain't right. Sometimes you can feel something in the spirit when you know something is wrong.
But he was getting pressed out at LA already.
You know, a lot of people didn't like Ronnie because of the approach he took towards Chrisean Rocc, all up in the stores, following her around, and all this other crazy stuff that was going on, which he was really wrong for, though. But I really feel like Ronnie was being sincere.
He was extra wrong because, like,
not saying
anything can happen.
You know, how the way he felt was right or wrong, but he really felt in his heart that Chrisean Jr. was his son, and he wanted Chrisean Jr. to carry on his legacy, though. It's almost to a point where it's like Ronnie knew that his time was coming to an end, though. I mean, if anybody felt that vibe, let me know in the comment section, though. It just feels like Ronnie knew exactly that his time was short. And that's why he was pressing the issue about Junior, though.
Because they was having issues already in LA.
Let me know.
So he was false claiming.
But as y'all guys can see in the text messages that
talking about he's from the East or some shit.
At the end of the day, it sounded like it was a text message where, you know, like Ronnie was basically telling Chrisean, like, look, you know Junior is my son. You know, man, you was messing around that time, though. You know you was back and forth.
I mean, it don't really look like Blueface,
messing around with
but
and stuff like that, though. So
I don't know, you know.
Saying, but at the end of the day,
weird.
I just wanted to provide y'all guys, you know, some tea, you know, some receipts on these text messages and stuff, though, man. So y'all guys can determine how y'all guys feel in the comment section and just let me know.
This shit is getting weird,
but like
nigga.
I said, you know, Chrisean Rocc, I believe that she's a good person, though. I believe that she's young.
Hell no.
A lot of people don't understand.
Nigga, fuck no. You gotta be crazy as hell.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
bitch, backdoor
people
central.
can't expect for her just to be.
Hell no. Nigga say a good girl.
Just
fuck
know
no.
it all type of.
She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her.
At an age where she's still learning.
You're
She's still
crazy.
paying attention. She's still trying to grow. So I just feel like if you're a Chrisean Rocc supporter, go ahead and allow her to grow.
Nigga say he thought you a good girl. Nigga, you can get your ass clapped like that nigga got clapped. Nigga.
Because we all know life ain't nothing but a learning experience. You could be 50 years old and still be out here learning. God put us down here on earth to have a learning experience.
You might get clapped, nigga. I done got set up before, nigga. Don't trust none of these hoes.
When it comes to life and him,
not a single one of them.
How to eat and how to treat people. How
so you got. I'm from the state where you got to show me, nigga.
But you know, people make it
talk
to
is cheap.
Other type of shit. You know what I'm saying? They make it to other things that stunts your growth. So we have to allow Chrisean Rocc
to grow. She's still young. People treat
I don't give a fuck. Nigga, you get sent about a 16-year-old.
Like 40, 50 years old.
Nigga, you get sent about a 13-year-old. They'll set your ass up and get your ass clapped. Nigga, delete it.
She young as hell.
That don't mean nothing.
So you got to give her an opportunity
Fuck no.
to grow and mature.
Hell no.
This rare phenomenon.
Nigga, they'll set your goofy ass up and get clapped, nigga, at 13, 14, 15, 16, nigga, hell no.
Blueface was hot as fish grease when he heard that Ronnie was putting up on Chrisean Rocc at stores and stuff like that, though. So just keep that in mind. Blueface was extremely hot. But like I said, Blueface is doing his time, rehabilitating himself to come out with a better mindset. So Blueface is not a part of this, though, because he's not on the streets.
That don't mean that you can't get niggas taken out in jail. I'm just being honest, nigga. Niggas can call shots from the jail. I ain't gonna cap,
I need
nigga.
you guys to like this video, share this video, and subscribe, and let everybody know about the best for, Chrisean Rocc. We want to risk the best for Ronnie's family. Hopefully they get over their situation. And I just feel like everybody should just be more,
I know his family like, what the fuck? We told you that girl alone, man, leave LA.
Ronnie really believed that Junior was his son. And
shit, don't come to Texas either. Get your ass clapped around this bitch. You'll lose your kid and your life.
Like, even though he probably made mistakes because of his age, because he was young, but he still had another side of him where he possessed a little bit of wisdom, though.
Shit.
He was a little bit grounded.
Shit.
Shit. So
wisdom would have told his ass leave that bitch alone. That's what wisdom would have told him.
And he's standing on that. But like I said, R.I.P. to Ronnie. But honestly, personally,
wisdom would have said, leave that bitch alone. She ain't no good.
Chrisean Jr. I already feel that
pussy
way.
and that,
but
and
like
looks,
I said, we
get
all
your ass
feel
caught
that
up.
way. But it's always that 1%.
I know when to leave, when to hold it in the fold.
It's always
shit.
that 1%.
I ain't no idiot.
Always that 1%.
Bitch said me up once. It's on for life. You my out for life, bitch.
We gonna continue to keep things in prayer and making sure, we follow this storyline to see exactly how this play out. Hopefully, Ronnie family could get justice for whatever reason why somebody wanted him gone. Hopefully, they could get justice.
You set me up, bitch. We out for life.
Because one thing about
if
God,
I survive it,
if you're in the wrong, He's going to expose it.
I put it all in God's hands.
If you're in the wrong, He's going to expose it. I don't care who you think you is. I don't care what the devil convinced you that you are. I don't care what the devil convinced you.
The devil can't do nothing when you got God on your side.
But God will expose it.
And that's a fact.
In the wrong.
And that's a fact.
So whoever did that to Ronnie, it will come to light. It always will. That's why it's best. That's why I always say it's best just to do things the right way.
Yep.
So you don't have to look over your shoulder. So you don't have to stretch yourself out.
Know when to leave, know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Nigga, get the fuck out the paint, nigga. Don't be no fool out here on these streets for a bitch.
You sleep better.
Don't crash out for no hoe. You crazy. You be looking like a fool out here.
People have to practice, though. It don't always have to be, toxic. So what we gonna do is we just gonna sit back and see how this whole thing play out. We gonna see exactly alleging how this go.
Ain't got no.
Alright, we gotta help me do this video because shit, I ain't got that much time.
Nobody wanna watch him. She got Marsh.
But the baby got health issues.
Watching the baby at 4 a.m. so she could what? Get some. Do a verse.
Yeah, dig down.
Let me get in here, bro. All this so you could do a verse, suck some. You a boot. My son ain't got no parent. 4 a.m. stopping us because she want to be a bad parent to a bad parent. She want to be a yes. Close the door. Let's go, Marsh. You gonna get your ass up as soon as we get there. Come on.
Damn, bitch.
Jaden got a good fade waiting for you, Marsh. Let's go. Jaden got a fade like Tessa. Come on, girl. Let's go. If you gonna get out, I'm gonna drag you out, Marsh.
But that bitch done been fucking on every other nigga through.
All right. You wanna go to...
When I tell y'all that some real dark stuff goes down in Hollywood, believe me, I know my tea. But this time, I'm not just spilling some messy drama, we're talking about baby neglect. Fake DNA tests, fake baby daddies, and even alleged murder. And right now, Chrisean Rocc is taking the crown for the most chaotic female of the year. Y'all are gonna be shocked because the latest tea is that Chrisean has been neglecting her baby. She's also been having public breakdowns for the whole internet to see after her child's health issues were exposed. But that's not even the wildest part. Word on the street is that the DNA test she conveniently revealed right after the alleged real father of her son passed away is fake. It's a lot to unpack, so let's get into this messy situation. As most people know, Chrisean announced her pregnancy in January 2023 and gave birth to a baby boy later that year.
Nigga, yapping too much, nigga.
Drama over the identity.
Nigga, I would've created me a whole new baby. Fuck they talking about. Fuck all this goofy ass shit, nigga.
Speaking of his well-being, according to close sources,
nigga, you set me up once,
baby
bitch,
needs to be rescued ASAP.
Babe, that's me, your father.
It's not.
You the father.
Oh, that's what that means?
Fake ass DNA test, bitch. We up and stuck for life.
You don't want it to be it. It's
I'm saying,
so
sure.
Apparently, the baby is suffering because of all the reckless things Chrisean did while she was pregnant. From drinking to smoking and all the other wild behavior she's always been involved in. Pregnancy didn't slow her down, if anything. Word on the street is that she got even worse while carrying her child, and now, the poor boy is paying the price for his mother's mistakes. Y'all, I don't even know what to make of this. Just how messy can one person be? Maybe I'm wrong, so let me know. But isn't being a mother supposed to mean being a nurturer and caregiver? Because
man, you got the wrong females this generation.
Has given that poor
being a mama mean going out to the club,
don't come from
that
me,
ass
just
back.
passing the message.
Getting fucked by every
but
nigga you can fucking find.
If she doesn't do better soon, she might lose that baby.
Nigga.
And just when you think the drama couldn't get any worse, it turns out Chrisean is even messier than.
Y'all ever watch that shit off of Family Guy?
I gotta give it to her every time you think she's
had a soft spot in his head and she's smoking a cigarette.
So here's the real tea. Chrisean allegedly faked her baby's DNA test. And for what? Just to keep a man who isn't even sure he wants to. Be with her, because let's be real, if you're faking a DNA test, that means one thing, you don't actually know who the father is. And that's because Chrisean was allegedly messing around with her now-deceased ex, while still in a relationship with Blueface. Now, let's get into this DNA test situation. When Chrisean's baby was born in 2023, everyone automatically assumed Blueface was the father, but given how messy she is, what if that wasn't the case? That's when Karen K, better known as Ronnie, came into the picture claiming that the baby was actually his. What some people may not realize is that Chrisean had been involved with Ronnie, even during her on-again, off-again relationship with Blueface.
There's videos
when
out
she
there.
Gave birth, Blueface made it clear he didn't believe the baby was his. Some of his old tweets, which are now resurfacing, literally say, asterisk, that baby looks nothing like me.
It really don't.
I don't know why she
the nose kind of do, but other than that, it really don't.
That's not my child. It's already been scientifically proven. Asterisk, y'all. This situation is beyond messy. It seemed like Chrisean was trying to pin the baby on Blueface. And at first, he wasn't having it, but things took a turn when last year, she presented him with a DNA test allegedly proving he was the father.
Nigga got me fucked up.
Chrisean was back and forth from what? LA to Baltimore. LA to Baltimore. Y'all know that.
Yeah, they was. I ain't guess she was. She was.
He told y'all.
She had the baby in Baltimore,
and if you really pay attention to the video, you'll see that Blueface wasn't exactly thrilled about the DNA test results. He still looked skeptical, and honestly, I can't blame him.
She had the baby in Baltimore.
He had good reason to doubt it because Ronnie, Chrisean's ex, exposed that she was flying back and forth between LA and Baltimore, juggling both him and Blueface at the same time.
If Junior is not my son, I deserve to have that proven to me through what? A DNA test.
Damn.
If Junior is not my son, the DNA test will prove that. Right or wrong? Right.
So it kind of makes sense why Blueface would doubt that the baby is his. Meanwhile, while Blueface was skeptical, Ronnie was out here begging Chrisean for a DNA test.
What happened was Blue told her to go get up.
Alright, back. So that's kind of crazy, right? Chrisean, Rocc, like, because I'm watching this shit, you know what I'm saying? And she even had the baby in Baltimore. You get what I'm saying? She had the baby in Baltimore. Crip. You know what I'm saying? Same shit. But it's wild because it's like, there was times where she was trying to get back at Blueface and saying shit like going on the camera with her ex-boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like, after all that shit, like, I understand because Blueface She had a baby daddy. A baby mama. You know what I'm saying? It's like, these days, these whole things, they a nigga. They like, oh, if he can have a side bitch, I can have me a side bitch and get piped out and all this. No, it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? You just gonna get considered as a hoe. The other nigga gonna get considered as a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, I'm just saying, man, don't fall for the goofy shit. Don't let the bitch pussy and a baby control your life. I tell these niggas all the damn time, do not let a baby crash you out. Nigga, I don't care how much you think that baby is yours, how much you want to talk to it, how much you, if you and the mama ain't on bestest terms, fuck that shit and dip when the first chance you can get, or you gonna be in the belly of Sheol, nigga. You gonna get fucked up. You gonna be another victim out here, nigga. And you gotta learn from your mistakes out here. These days, I done been set up before. I learned from my mistakes. Hell no, not again. Not alive, nigga. Ain't finna, what the fuck, nigga? You did. You see, I'm looking at my back 34/7. I don't trust not a single soul out here. That's a fact, crip, nigga. But hey, R.I.P. baby daddy. I don't know if Chrisean Rocc did it or not. I'm just going off of what, you know what I'm saying? Shit, you feel me, crip? Like, who knows these days, man? This shit is wild. But at the same time, man, hey, be smart. Don't be no fool out here. You dig what I'm saying? And we out this bitch. Hood, Northside, big crip in the game. Northside shit.
Hey, Dad, you know, dog, when we link up, dog, this shit be legendary. Even though this is instrumental, you the engineer on it, so Kodak everywhere.